What's up everyone, Billy here for Box Collectibles, bringing you another toy review, and today we are looking at the deluxe Delta Squad Megazord from Power Rangers SPD. Since it's now 2025, the year that SPD takes place in universe, I decided that it'd be fun to just go back and take a look at all of the Megazord releases, all the Zord releases from SPD. So starting out, we'll be looking at the Delta Squad set, and then so on and so forth. As the year goes on, we will check out the rest of the Zords from SPD. This is a set that I got in the last year or so, so it's secondhand, but luckily everything is here and it's complete and it's in good condition. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, and here we have the 5 Delta Runners. Some cool things about them is that, we got a police car, this like gyrocopter thing, a semi like transport, and then 2 very basic cars. Pink, as always, looks like a medical vehicle in these situations, and then yellow, I can't really tell what it's supposed to be, but it's a it's a runner, a Delta runner. That's what they are. But luckily, and each of these have their own special like gimmicks, which makes this set actually really cool, and like the playability very nice with it. Let's go ahead and get into the first one, Delta Runner 1. All right, and starting out, we have Delta Runner 1. And you can see it's unique, has 6 wheels, but it is just a red and white cop car. This does have sounds in it, so we can go down here and turn the switch on. It makes that beep to let you know that it's on, and then it has a siren. And then down here you'll see for later in the Megazord mode, we'll have some more features. But as for its action mode thing that it does, this side is broken, but this side I can show you. So it makes this claw, just like in the show where it picks up the Delta Runners 4 and 5. It can do that, or, as just a claw thing. And then to let you know that it's still on, it does that beep every so often. So we're going to go ahead and turn that off. And yeah, that's it for Delta Runner 1. Oh, another unique thing with all the Delta Runners, I'll get into it, but all their windshields up here, you can see that there's 1. So not only does it have the number 1 on it, this is going to be 1 shield, and I'll show you on the next couple what I mean by that. All right, and next up is Delta Runner 2. This is the Blue Rangers, like it's a flying Zord of some kind. Not too sure. But this one, its gimmick is that it has these like turrets on it, so it can fight that way. And then it also has an additional weapon for the Megazord. But yeah, not much else to it. You can fold up this landing gear here. There's this hook. Doesn't actually comes out, but it doesn't actually like hook onto anything very well. But you could pretend that it's hooking onto something, or something like thin string, and just like that. So it's rescuing. But yeah, and then so yeah, on this one you can see it has this split windshield. Just another design choice that they went with. I also like the secondary like white color on these. Like it's it's the main color of whatever Ranger, black and white, and then some red. But like the dominance of it'll make the Megazord look very nice. All right, next up is Delta Runner 3. This is like the semi-weapon carrier of the bunch. Not much to it. Very similar to if you've seen my Robo Universe Gokai review, what they go for, like the Gokai trailer. But this was before that, so maybe that was supposed to reference this in some way. Who knows? But its special gimmick is that it carries the weapons as the gun for the Megazord, but there's this little slot right here that you can put it in. Yeah, and so if you open it on the other side, you can put the gun in, and then it's supposed to like angle up like it's blasting. Like that. You can just, it did this in the show. I know that much. But yeah, just like that. Nothing too crazy, but it's still something that you can do just in this mode. And then it just stores back in there. It has the blade for the sword, or the blade for the sword for the Megazord. And yeah, I like the way that the green and white and black are on this one too. Also, to keep pointing it out, it has 3 windshields, or the segmented windshield for in 3, and the 3 obviously. Delta Runner 4, nothing too crazy about this. All of these roll very nicely, which is nice, but it's very tiny. It's going to become the arm. This thing raises up and blasts like that. Can angle it. This is the sword base, or the sword hilt, so you can have it like that, kind of like one of those like Godzilla tank things. But yeah, that's it for that. Also, before it goes away, the segmented windshield, 4 of them. And then Delta Runner 5. This one is also very basic. Unfortunately, the American release doesn't come with certain things that the Japanese release does. So its gimmick is pretty underwhelming because it's the judgment mode. But if you don't have the cards that go in there, then it's just blank. But you can imagine that there's an X there. And then it just tabs back in. And then also the segmented windshields. It's kind of like the biggest one, even though it's on the tiny Zord. Alright, and there's one more bonus thing that you can do with these 3. You get some parts. So you want this, because this is going to become the sword in the Megazord mode. And then you take the blade from 3. You can set those off to the side. And then go ahead and extend the hilt. And it's going to go into there. And then you just take it. These are the same plugs that are going to be for the arms. You can actually connect it there, like that. And it does it in the show where it's like riding by a monster, I think, or, you know, one of the enemy robots doing this. Very cool. I like that that's, you know, I like when stuff like this is incorporated in the toys, especially looking back at old toys. Like, a lot of stuff now, I don't know, I feel like a boomer saying that, but you know, this is like very cool and like a small thing that just gets put into the show once, and it's like, yeah, my toy can do it, which I like. So yeah. All right, and before we go into the Megazord, also the blue Zord's like weapons that it does is like a handcuff thing, and it has the ports too. So if you want, you can take these off. And so these, you pop that out, go ahead and connect it. That's going to become the handcuffs for the Zord, but it also can connect here like this. So you have like a blue-red combination as well. I'm not sure. This is definitely not in the show, like this at least. But yeah, another thing you can do. Alrighty, it's time to go ahead and form the Delta Squad Megazords. So we're going to go ahead and start with the legs. as they will be the easiest. We take very hard for 3, and there's the leg. And so they have these little notches to let you know what side they go on because it'll lean. So this is going to be its right leg. And then 2 is going to be the left leg. You want to collapse the landing gear. Go ahead and fold it up like this. And then turn those. And then put the little fins down. Like so. I'm going to go ahead and take red. Flip out these. It's going to slot in kind of like the Turbo Megazord. A lot of your typical 5-piece combiners, I mean, I said Turbo Megazord because they're vehicles, but the Dino Megazord does this. They just slot in like that. All right, and then like that. We're going to press the button, and then the Zord is going to come down like that. It kind of matters. This thing right here, this flap, kind of is a brace. It doesn't really lock in, but it is cool that it does this. Boom. And then, so for your 4, you need to take this part out. So we can flip the arm out and then put that back for now. That becomes the right arm. And then for 5, like that. And then just so we can get the full effect again. Boom. All right, and so the Delta Squad Megazord is not that tall. It's, you know, basic Megazord height, but it does feel smaller than others. But it does have a lot of playability, which is awesome. The lights and sound and everything like that. You can still do the judgment mode, or, you know, use it as a shield off the pink Zord. And then we have the blue handcuffs as a weapon. They're like a pain to get off in this mode, but you can pop them out, flip it back, so it looks like they're, you know, nothing's missing. Go ahead, there's that tab there, connect it like this, and then make sure your Zord's connected. Then you can give it to in either hand. Now has some handcuffs after you do judgment time, or before, you know, to help detain those monsters or robots. As for other weapons, you can pull out the Green Ranger's tray, get this gun out, give them that, just like that. That's kind of like the pose where it's like it digitizes, but this is just plain gray plastic, so just typical, or like, you know, none painted and a thing, but it looks nice. This is accurate to what's in the show besides the color. And then also you can take out the blade, close that up, take the hilt, go ahead and connect it, and then flip the blade out. You can have both weapons, which is cool. There you have it. And so, yeah, that's been it for this one, everyone. Thank you for watching. Like I said, this is more of like a celebration for SPDs. Since this is the year that SPD takes place, I just want to cover all the Zords. I have them all, so might as well go ahead and do it and, kickstart like a retro review style series. I mean, if you have a chance, pick it up. It's a great addition to any collection. It's a very classic Megazord. It has a lot of playability. It looks great on the shelf, especially once you get all the other Zords, which I'm excited to talk about, and all the different combinations that you can do with those. So yeah, thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Instagram, instagram.com/Bacchus Collectibles. Find me on Blue Sky. It's also Bacchus Collectibles. I'll have links in the description. I've been posting some art over there, so come check it out. I also post when I post videos on there as well. So yeah, thank you for watching.